Hey everyone, welcome to day 44 of What I Learned Today. And what I learned today is that experiences gain their true value by who you share it with. So what I mean by that is that suppose you go on a trip, but you're by yourself. You go on this trip to Louisiana. You want to see New Orleans. So you go to New Orleans and you have a great time, right? But you're by yourself. But you come back and you don't share it with anybody. You don't tell anyone that you had this great trip to New Orleans and you didn't really hang out with anyone when you were there. You just kind of saw the sights, heard the sounds, and did your own thing. Now, that experience, you'll eventually want to tell someone about it. You know, you don't just keep that to yourself. There are certain things you probably want to keep to yourself, but eventually you want to tell someone about your experience in New Orleans. You want to tell someone about it or share what you learned and what you saw and what you took from it. And yes, that experience does have value to you. It affects your personality. It affects your worldly perspective because you've gone to a new place. However, I have learned, or at least at this moment, I believe that those experiences don't really get their true value unless you share it with someone else. Now, when I say who you share it with, that could mean one person that you really, really care about and it's really important to you, or 100 people that aren't as important, but they could still have the same value added to that experience. So I thought about this today because this is the second day in a row where I went out and did drone stuff with my friends. Brian, I texted yesterday and told him to meet me and we could fly the drone around. And then Scott, my boss at the university, was driving by yesterday and I I texted him and was like, hey, we're flying the drone, come on over. And he went to park, but he immediately drove over here. And so this is the second day that we've been flying and it's just added so much to it. I could be out there by myself flying it and just being really serious. But yesterday I spent a whole battery's worth of the drone just showing Brian and Scott what the drone is all about and just having a great time doing it. And I learned more because they were there. Yesterday we were trying to find a solution to a problem that I was having and Scott was researching it and Brian and I were discussing another way of solving it. So if they weren't there, I would not have solved my problem as quickly and I probably wouldn't have come up with as good of a solution without them being there. So the whole point of me telling this story is that it was great to have them there. They added a lot to the experience of flying my drone and learning that. So on to feelings time. What made me feel negative is that, well, I'm recording this a little bit before I work, but I have to work tonight until close and immediately Cassie and I are driving down state so we can fly out in the morning. But what made me feel positive was, well, tomorrow we fly out. We're flying all the way to Austin, Texas tomorrow to visit her parents and where she grew up. So it's going to be a great time. I'm really anticipating it, but I just got to get past that one little work hiccup. But if you got this far, hit that subscribe button and tune in every day for a new video. And comment down below somewhere you've been that you like to share with other people. A trip that you've been on or experience you've had that you really like to tell people about. And I tell you what, I want to hear about it too. So leave that comment down below so we can all learn together and grow together. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow.
Ooh! Yep. That's my baby.
Dang.